And we are live. I know it's not quite halftime as the Saints get ready to kick it off to the Chargers after a touchdown. But I just could not wait any longer to talk to some of my favorite people, and that's you in Bills Mafia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this pregame edition of Believers Talk. It's Monday. It's pregame. What is going on? Well, that's just the way the NFL wants it. The NFL wants the Tennessee Titans to get as close to fully healthy as possible before they play this game. Again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how the NFL has bent over backwards for the Tennessee Titans. And we're going to talk about what the Buffalo Bills need to do to get that victory. Listen, this is going to be a crucial game for the Buffalo Bills. And I know that on Thursday we were live with Mario and some of the other guys during the collab. And we were all talking about how the Buffalo Bills were going to dominate this game. And listen, I want the Buffalo Bills to dominate this game. However, I'm just not sure if that's going to happen. Again, guys, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. As you're getting in here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Let me know that you like the content. And guys, you know how I do these live streams. You guys make these live streams work. So go ahead and leave a comment. Have any questions about the game coming up tomorrow, be sure to ask them. And guys, again, join me live tomorrow for live play-by-play and reaction to the game between our Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans. Game is at 7, so I plan to be live at 6:30, so make sure you join me for that. But again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm sure Elliot messed up, and as he corrects himself, how you doing? Raul Enix in the house. Love seeing you guys in here again as we get more people in here. We're just going to halftime of the game between the Chargers and the Saints. Saints score a touchdown late, 20-10 on Monday Night Football. Guys, I can already guarantee you this live stream is going to last longer than halftime. I got a lot to get off my chest. I have a lot of issues with the way the NFL has handled this whole situation, and we're going to talk about that. Everyone coming in here, hey, Gary, hey, Miguel, good to see you. Take a sip. If you have a cider, I have something, so I'll take a sip of that. We went from a Thursday night advantage against the Chiefs to playing on a short week while the Chiefs get a whole week. Shake my head. Well, we get more days rest, right? Like if we went from Sunday to Thursday, that would have been, 4 days rest? Now we get 6 days rest, so we really can't complain about that. I do have an issue with that Chiefs game, but let's not worry about that right now. Hey, Anthony, good to see you in here. Right now, let's talk about the Tennessee Titans because, guys, we're not just going to roll over the Tennessee Titans like we initially thought, right? Because if we were, the NFL would then want to move this game further back. The NFL does not want the Buffalo Bills to roll over this team like they should. In fact, there have been no penalties levied down on the Tennessee Titans as of right now for everything they have done. Scott, King, Cam, good to see you guys in here. And to me, that is absurd. That's ridiculous that the Titans get to go into this game with as many advantages as they can get. Listen, we only have a 4-day rest Tuesday to Monday. You got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's five. John Cena, you can't see me. And as Elliot says, hit that thumbs up button. Really do appreciate it. And I don't know if you know, but they did move the Buffalo Bills game from Sunday to Monday. So it does give us that extra day's rest as well. And it also gives Spox that prime time game still, or as close to prime time as possible. Yeah, we play them on Monday at 5 o'clock. And again, I'll be live giving you a play-by-play reaction to that game as well. So make sure if you haven't subscribed to Believers Talk, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. But yes, it still messes with the Bills. Why? Because the NFL can't mess with the Titans. We got to make things easy on the Titans. Why? Because they can't follow protocol, right? Because they can't follow the rules. It's okay. We'll bend over backwards to make sure you get to go. It's like my kid not coming home until 11 o'clock at night. My kid's 3 years old, so he listens to what we say because he has to. But it's like my kid, me saying, hey, you have to be home by 10 o'clock. He doesn't go home until 11 o'clock. He's planning to go to a concert this Friday. I say, you can't go to the concert this Friday, but let me see if I can postpone the concert. You're grounded for a week. So that means we can make the concert next Friday and you'll be able to go. Yes, let's do that because that makes sense. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The NFL has glossed over this whole thing like it's not a big issue. And listen, the NFL might come down if they broke team protocol and they cancel the game. It should be a forfeit. Well, at this point, they're not going to forfeit the game unless you get like multiple cases of COVID tomorrow, which I don't think you will. But if unless you get multiple cases, even if you just get one, they'll just remove that player from the game. We saw that with Cam Newton. You know, they just removed him from the game, and then the game was still going on. Hey, Daniel, good to see you in here. Jason King, glad to see you, and Jason Crandall, thank you. Tired of the narrative that they are weakened. There are many players that are coming back, including the long snappers come back. We heard that a couple players are coming back. Dried Ocean, do you think what Allen is doing is sustainable going forward for his career? Why not? Why isn't it, right? I mean, you take a look at the weapons the Buffalo Bills have. I don't think this is a fluke first 4 games by Josh Allen. I think this is Josh Allen realizing his potential, reaching his potential, and being able to be a potential MVP quarterback. Listen, there's a reason why the Buffalo Bills drafted him 7th overall. There's a reason why the Buffalo Bills drafted him over Josh Rosen. There's a reason these things happened. They saw something that many of us fans didn't see, and now it's happening. Titans directly affected the Bills and Steelers season more than they had to, right? The Bill, and listen, there's going to be, we knew there were going to be positive tests. I have no issue with what's going on in New England, right? They had no control over the tests, right? That Cam Newton, unfortunately, he got positive. Hopefully he's getting better. Obviously, we haven't heard anything about him having any symptoms. And then Stephon Gilmore has positive. So again, you know, you understand every once in a while this was going to happen, but the Titans deliberately did not follow NFL protocol. And you know who's going to benefit from it? The Titans' Week 6 opponent, the Week 7 opponent, not us, not the team, or not the Steelers. By the way, actually, they play Steelers Week 7, so Steelers would then again benefit, but not the Bills. The Bills aren't going to see these suspended players. The Bills ain't going to see any of this. They're going to play a fully loaded Titans squad. Listen, we could beat the Titans, right? We could beat the Titans. Obviously, some are out due to the positive test. The only question for Allen was, can he put it all together? He answered that question. The game will still be on CBS. Tomorrow, the game is on CBS. That is correct. But you can always join me here for live play reaction. And then Monday, next Monday, the game against the Chiefs is on Fox, because that was originally supposed to be a Fox game. So check your local listings. Maybe it's just going to be on NFL Network. I have no idea, but you know you can catch it right here on Billievers Talk. The thing is, we've been practicing and preparing for the Titans. They haven't been able to get in their building, and that's great, Paul. That's really good, and that's one advantage that we do have. That is one advantage we really do have. However, how big of an advantage is that? They have a game plan for the Buffalo Bills. They're still meeting via Zoom, so it's not like they didn't get their game plan ready. Right? They still have that game plan. They open facilities on Saturday, which means they got full day practice on Sunday, I believe, and they get full practice today. So they have some practice. So I'm just saying, I agree with you that they have male practice a full week, and that could be an advantage for the Buffalo Bills, but not nearly as big an advantage of, let's say, Brown plays, right? Brown's healthy now. Let's say he plays, or getting your long snapper back, right? You know, Dan Mitchell from Mafia, when we did our collab last Thursday, talked very much about how not having long snappers kind of a big deal, right? But now he's back. So again, thank you guys for joining me on Billievers Talk. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, be sure to do so. They had a walkthrough today. It wasn't really a practice. Hey, says St. Lamont. Hope you're having fun in Alaska. Hopefully the Bills win this one. Bills win 34-21. Counts as a practice, says Jason. Yeah, it does. And I believe Bills Chiefs will also be on prime time. It is, Jason. Well, as close to prime time as you can get, I guess. Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So next Monday, join me right here. Going to go live at 4:30, and then at 5 o'clock, get the Bills Chiefs. And then obviously that's followed up by the originally scheduled Monday night football game. I think pretty big. They're a team in disarray. Can't even follow the rules. Well, yeah, they can't follow the rules. But again, the NFL is catering to a team that can't follow the rules. And I just don't think that they should be doing that. And that really has me annoyed. But let's talk about the keys to victory of this game. Obviously, we've had a lot of Bills social media sites talking about the keys to victory as well. They should, and talking about this pregame as well. They should. A lot going on here, a lot to unravel in this one. But the Tennessee Titans will still have their quarterback, right? They're still going to have Derrick Henry. They're still going to have these guys. In fact, their number 1 overall pick is going to be able to get off the reserve list before this game, and he'll be back as well. So they have a lot of things to go for. Paul Burke says our D hopefully lights them up. Hopefully our D lights them up. I would love to see that the NFL is bent over backwards for the Titans. They have. They absolutely have. And the problem with that is this probably is going to happen again. right? In baseball, we had the Marlins and then we had the Cardinals, right? Like it's probably going to happen again. So what's going to happen then? Because you can't bend over backwards much more than you did for the Titans, especially if it's later in the season when there's no more bye weeks. What's going to happen then? And that's a question you can have. Ask the league. It was Jets and Dolphins are trash. Then was the Rams got cheated. Then it's the Raiders had injuries. And now they'll say the Titans had a word I can't say, else I get demonetized. They won't get respect. Who cares about respect? Honestly, who cares about – we'll get respect when we hold the Lombardi trophy. I respect the Bills. You respect the Bills. You know, everyone has this narrative that the outside media needs to respect the Bills. No, let them disrespect the Bills. Listen, the New England Patriots, when they won their last Super Bowl against the Rams – yeah, Paul Berg saying it too. But thank you, other moderator. But when the New England Patriots beat the Rams 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, they ran the whole season talking about how they weren't getting respected, how they were the underdogs. The Eagles, when they beat the Patriots, they wore masks, dog masks, saying they were the underdogs. Let them count us out. Let them add fuel to that Josh Allen fire. Let them say that Josh Allen can't keep this up. Let them say that. Because something big is going to happen. Huge fan. Thank Kyle. I appreciate that. I've had most of my savings on the Saints -7. I haven't told my wife yet. Any advice? Well, you can't back out of it, right? Any advice? Pray. I don't know. And listen. Another good thing. The Chargers were up big against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at halftime, or with like a minute to go last week, and they blew it. So you still have time. Don't worry about it. It's like because Buffalo versus everybody. Yeah, Jamal, absolutely. It's Buffalo versus everybody. Advice, pray. Yeah. No, I mean, first of all, don't put your life savings on betting football. That's one, especially when you're married. That's two. And then again, hope that the Chargers blow another big lead here. But we want to talk about some of the keys to victory in this game for the Buffalo Bills. And a lot of these keys to victory are not going to be like things that are tangible, things that you see on a stat sheet, to be honest with you. A lot of these keys to victory are going to be things that really the Bills can determine even before they really hit the field. For example, one of my keys to victory is get out to a big lead early, right? The last thing you want this Titans team to believe is that they have a chance. The longer you let them think that they're in this game, especially at home, the more they're going to take advantage of it and the more they're going to feel like they have a chance, and then that momentum swings their way. And we've seen how the Buffalo Bills act when the momentum is not on their side. It just does not go well. So obviously, if you're a Buffalo Bills player right now, listen, get mad. Get mad. I want the Buffalo Bills right now to. I want the coaching staff. I want the GM. I want whoever to stand there in the locker room and say, remember, guys, these were the guys that almost cost you a season. These were the guys that almost cost you a game check. Because remember, if this game doesn't get played, they lose a game check. Even though the Bills had nothing to do with what happened, nothing, they lose a game check because of it. So I would be playing that so hard. I'd say, listen, guys. Listen, this is the team that almost cost you a game check. This is the team that almost cost you your season. And look how good the Buffalo Bills are doing right now. The D has to show up. Listen, we know that Levi Wallace was put on IR earlier this week, and that stinks. That's terrible. I hate to hear that. But Josh Norman needs to step up, right? Humphreys is one of those players for the Titans that's out due to the thing that I can't say or else I get demonetized. So with Humphreys being out, then that weakens the receiver. Brown might be playing. And that's good for the Titans, obviously. That's not good for the Bills, but Humphreys isn't. So that weakens the wide receiving core. Hopefully, Tre'Davious White is playing. Last we saw he was questionable with a back injury. But listen, you cannot blame the Buffalo Bills for not wanting to travel to Tennessee to play this team right now. You can't. So, even if it's a back injury or if Tre'Davious White simply doesn't want to be on the field with them, I completely understand. Listen, I don't want to hear anyone saying, oh, they didn't shake hands with him at the end of the game. I don't leave. The moment this game's over, win or lose, leave. In fact, when the defense is on the field, the offense can stay in the tunnel. When the offense is on the field, the defense can stay in the tunnel. I really don't care. Do what you have to do to keep it safe. Rich G says this is definitely the time for our defense to show up. Absolutely. Scott Blakely coming in with $4.99 donation. Thank you. You home in time for broadcast. Yes, I will be home in time to broadcast tomorrow. Again, we'll probably go live around 6:30 Eastern time. Game will start at 7. So make sure you join me tomorrow for a live play and reaction. Look forward to my play. I appreciate it. And again, if you guys have not already joined us for play-by-play, Scott Blakely, among others, are always in the house. We have a great time. I keep you up to date on every single play. Wish I could show you guys the game right here. So let's say you're working on Monday night, or on Tuesday night, I should say. Make sure you tune in. And if you're watching the game, join the conversation anyway, because we have a great time. Titans have that. I wouldn't want to play them either. Yeah, I wouldn't. Alan's absolutely right. I would not want to play them. I mean, you can hope that the NFL is doing this correctly. You know, they have those fast tests, those quick response tests, whatever they're called, rapid tests. That's what they're called. And they're doing a good job. And listen, this isn't the NFL's fault, right? The NFL, first 4 weeks of the season, first 3 weeks of the season, whatever, you know, we had a sporadic case here or there, whatever. People were following the NFL protocols. We weren't having that big of an issue. Week 4 came along. All of a sudden, we have to cancel or postpone the Titans-Steelers game. Okay, no big deal. But then we hear rumblings, hey, more Titans players, more Titans players, more Titans players. Hey, look what the Titans did. And now we have problems. The NFL put protocols in place. It's just the Titans that didn't follow them. Can't believe the demonetization on saying sweet. Yeah, it's true, and I can't believe it either. Bills are good. We still know Miami's better, but I still I remember the score from week 2, and it didn't say Miami was better. But we'll see what happens. We play them again, so we're going to see. Again, Scott Blakely, thank you for the $4.99 donation. If any Bills players get that thing, I hope they are able to sue the NFL for negligence. I don't want them to sue the NFL. I want them to sue the Titans. That's what I want them to sue. I want them to sue the organization. They can't. They all signed waivers and such. Obviously, the NFL is going to protect their backside. But still, you know, again, I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. The protocols were agreed to by both the NFL and the NFLPA. Excellent point, Daniel. They were. They absolutely were. So that means the players knew about it, and the players agreed to it. You know, what I would hate to see, listen, and this is something I tweeted about too, and it might have been Daniel who said something, but what I would really hate to see right now is for the players who are a part of this to get suspended and the NFLPA to be like, oh, you can't suspend them for that long, or try to negotiate their penalty. Listen, it's in the best fairness of players that these guys get punished to the fullest extent the NFL can, period. Period. End of story. If I see the NFLPA trying to reduce their penalty, whatever the NFL decides their penalty is, then I have a big issue with the NFLPA. I have a big issue with that. Hall to the Sabres. Yeah, I did a video on that yesterday. Very excited to see Hall go to the Sabres. The Sabres might be a contender next season. Should expect to be in the playoffs next year. That's my opinion. Someone asked me on Twitter today, how big was the Hall signing for those who don't follow hockey? And I put it in between us signing John Brown and us 2 years ago and us trading for Stephon Diggs. It's right in between there. As far as how big, excuse me, guys, as far as how big this could be for the Buffalo Sabres. How did the Titans get the light beer? So they had one player get it on September 28th. They had one player. And like I said, we've had sporadic cases where one player here, one player there, and so they've canceled the game for a day. We saw it with the Titans with the Patriots going to Monday night. Moving the game to Monday night after Cam got hurt playing the Chiefs, and then so we knew things like that would happen. But on September 29th, the day after they found out that a Titans player was positive with this light beer virus that someone called it, the Tennessee Titans 10 to 15 players were shown on film getting together at a local college, just spreading it around because they had nothing better to do. Where do you want Josh Diggs to get it midseason to avoid playoff illness? I don't want them to get it at all. I think, Kyle, you bring up a good question. I don't want them to get it at all. And my hope is, like, if you were to ask me right now, like, tell me, hey, they're going to get it, right? Diggs and Allen are going to get it. There's no avoiding it for them. Would you rather them have it now or in the postseason? Obviously, I'm going to say right now, right? I'm going to say right now. But my hope is they don't get it at all. All right, so let's go back to some keys to victory for this game tomorrow between the Tennessee Titans and our Buffalo Bills. Obviously, I think another big one. Listen, they did a great job against Josh Jacobs in the Raiders game. They need to do the same thing with Derrick Henry. Do not let Derrick Henry get going early, right? If he feels that momentum, if he feels like he can get the job done, then he is going to keep running hard. If you And that's another good reason why my first key victory, blow this game open early, is huge. Because if you blow this game open early, then they have no choice but to try to abandon the run game. Listen, this team isn't the Rams offense, right? This isn't the Rams offense. They're not going to be able to come back like the Rams did against us. So if we make them abort the run early, they really have less options. Abandon the run early, I think is the right word. They really have less options when it comes to what they're going to do on offense. They flew out this afternoon. Yes, the Bills are in Nashville right now. It's a go as long as, well, again, and J17, I would say it's a go as long as there aren't multiple positives. Derrick Henry is almost Edmonds' size. He's going to run us over. You can say the same about Josh Jacobs. So Josh Jacobs is a big running back too, and he did not run us over. So as long as we maintain our gap integrity, and as long as we, as long as we are able to get some push on the defensive line, Edmonds should be playing this game. Edmonds, listen, we're without Milano, and that stinks, and that's going to hurt, right? But you need Dotson to step up. You need Norman to step up. You need these guys who are replacing injured players to be able to step up, right, and make plays and be able to do the things they need to do in order to come away with a victory. And that brings me to that third key to victory, guys. The Bills better not be going into this game underestimating the Tennessee Titans. Listen, we played the Tennessee Titans week 5 last season. Remember that game? The Bills escaped. It was 14-7 on a fourth quarter touchdown to Duke Williams, okay? The Buffalo Bills escaped that game last year, and we got the win, and that's all that matters. We win this game 14-7, I'm excited. We win this game 52-10, I'm excited. But we need to win this game, and I'll tell you why. I believe this, and unfortunately, I hope this isn't true. I know a lot of times on Twitter right now, they're saying, oh, the Bills beat Las Vegas beat Kansas City. Does that mean we're better than Kansas City? I think in 2 weeks, the NFL is going to do everything they can to help the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills. You know, when I knew it was on Thursday, I said I almost guaranteed a victory for the Bills against the Chiefs. That's how badly I thought the Bills were going to win. Now that it's been moved to Monday, now the Chiefs get 8 days. They get 8 days to sit there and think about loss. They haven't lost in so long. Now, I'm not saying the Bills can't still win this game. I think they can. But I just see that narrative changing where the Chiefs are going to beat the Bills. And then all of a sudden, everyone like was talking about earlier is going to say, oh, see, the Bills will get no respect again. And that's what's going to happen, right? You know, like you said, the first 2 weeks, oh, they're against easy opponents. Oh, we got lucky against the Rams. Oh, you know, we barely beat the Raiders, whatever. Whether the Raiders aren't a good team, whatever you want to say. And then week 5, we'd be a Titans team who might be missing 7 to 8 players. So let's go over the list. Is John Brown definitely playing? No, he is not definitely playing. And that's a problem. That's one of our many problems. So let's go over the injury report because I didn't have time to do that this week. Normally, I go live every Friday with the injury report. Well, due to this week, due to everything going on, we didn't get a chance to do that. So here are the questionable players for the Buffalo Bills going into this game. You got Brian Winters is questionable, Andre Roberts, which would be huge. No one's talking about that. Andre Roberts is a big part of this team, and he needs to be able to play because he changes field position. He does so many good things for this team. And if John Brown can't play and you need to go to 4 or 5 wide receiver sets, Andre Roberts can give you that as well. Kyle's absolutely right, guys. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do that. I really do appreciate it. Best way to help out this channel. Tre'Davious White, we talked about him. He's questionable in this game. John Brown still listed as questionable for this game. Cody Ford and Zach Moss also questionable for this game. So there's plenty of questionables on this team and some outs like Matt Milano. We knew Matt Milano was going to be out. Deshaun Phillips was recently put on IR. So we know he's not just going to be out this week. He's going to be out for 3 more weeks. So that's a problem. Jeff Feliciano is still on IR. So we know that we still have to deal with the offensive line issues, especially if Brian Winters is out. We still don't know what will happen if the Titans player tests tomorrow. They should get the results of their test from today at 4:30 a.m. according to head coach Vrabel. Honestly, y'all be okay because Tannehill's trash. His team carrying him. Absolutely, and they are. And listen, we've dealt with Tannehill in the past. He was formerly the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, so we had him 2 times this season. We loved playing him. But again, last year wasn't so lucky. When's Milano back? We don't know. Milano's going to be out for this game. But the good news is, as of right now, Milano has not been put on IR, so the Buffalo Bills do not expect it to be 3 weeks worth of injuries in this game, or else they'd put him on the IR to get the extra roster spot. let them sleep on us. Bills definitely getting some spotlight these days, and they should. And again, the Bills hopefully will come away with the win tomorrow, be 5-0, be the number 1 seed in the AFC East or in the AFC for at least another week. Obviously, the Patriots got an early bye week. Their game moved to next week against the Broncos, so we will catch it. We'll gain half a game. But due to the bye week, we won't know exactly what will happen as the season wears on. But we do have a tough schedule coming up. Talk about Kansas City. Talk about Seattle. Talk about New England. Talk about some tough teams coming up. So we need to make sure we get these wins. The wins we're supposed to get, we need to make sure we get them. And that starts tomorrow with the Buffalo Bills hopefully beating the Tennessee Titans. If you want to go over Titans injuries real quick, we can do that as well. And like I said, guys, the game is back on. I knew this one would last a little bit longer, but always enjoy hanging out with you guys. Still 20-10. Chargers have the ball. So Taylor Lewin is questionable. You have Adam Humphries, like I said, has an illness. Kamala Correa has an illness, so he won't be playing. Corey Davis has an illness, so he won't be playing. Ground Borders has an illness, so he won't be playing. Blassingham fullback has an illness, he won't be playing. Cameron Batson, Tommy Hudson, both have illnesses, so they won't be playing. Jeffrey Simmons, illness, he will not be playing. So there are definitely some players out, right? And listen, if you're one of those guys who opted out of the Titans, man, you must be feeling good right now, right? If you opted out in the preseason and you're a Tennessee Titans player, you're feeling good. Like, yeah, I missed that. Good luck to y'all, but I'm good. I'm good. I'll collect my $35,000. See you next season. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for that clarification. For those of you who don't know, Daniel just put in the chat what I mean when I say illness. It's just an illness. I don't know what kind it is. I'm not a doctor. It's just an illness. People get sick. People get sick. It's a sad thing. It's sad when people get sick. 7 p.m. tomorrow, correct. So join me 6:30 tomorrow. We'll start the live stream at around 6:30. I do have dinner and family and things like that. So obviously, not only does COVID, dang it, I did it. I knew I might, but not only does that illness mess with the teams, but at the same time messes with us, right? Messes with me and messes with other YouTubers and Bills in the media, Buffalo Bills media people who are trying to get everything right. Rich G with a $5 donation. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bills, Titans, Steelers, only undefeated AFC teams left. Let's go. And one of them's going down tomorrow. One of them, even if it's not us, even if we lose tomorrow, one of those undefeateds is going down tomorrow. If the Bills win, we're 5-0. Steelers 4-0. So that means we'll be number 1 in the AFC, at least for now. Remember, we do play the Steelers later on this season. Going to be another great game, Week 15. Again, I'll be right here, guys, on Billievers Talk, giving you live play reaction to every single snap. So make sure if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you hit that subscribe button. If you're joining me after the show, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and leave me. King Cam's like, you did it. You did it. You said that thing you can't say, or else whatever. My dad says Bills versus Steelers AFC Championship game. I would love to see the Bills in the AFC Championship game. I do not care who they would play. Bills, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Bills, Steelers, I don't care. Bills, Browns, I don't care. It would be a fun way to something to celebrate in a year that there isn't much to celebrate. It would be something to celebrate. So let's go over my 3 keys to victory, all right? The Bills cannot take the Titans for granted. We know there's a lot of players out. We know they haven't been able to practice all that much this week. We know those things. But don't take them for granted. Get out to a big lead, right? We're talking about this Titans team who's at home, who if you let them think they're in this game, they're going to start building momentum, and they're going to start feeling like they're in this game, especially if you play a run-out, pound-them type style of game. We've seen the Buffalo Bills. They say, oh, you guys stink against the run. Doesn't matter. We're going to beat you with the pass anyway. We saw it with the Dolphins. We saw it with the Raiders. We know that the Buffalo Bills are still going to try to pass the ball, and they should, especially with Stephon Diggs. He should still have a good day. And thank you again for the donation. But, yeah, I think we should run Devin Singletary a little bit more. Hopefully Zach Moss is healthy finally. Had the turf toe issue. Hopefully he's healthy so we can run him a little bit. But at the end of the day, the Buffalo Bills need to get out to a big lead. And 28-3, like it was against the Rams, is perfect because this Titans team, is not the Rams offense. Okay, we go up 28-3. We can pin our ears back and we can go after them. And that includes our defense, as Maya mentioned in the chat, stepping up. Step up, D. I know who's out. I know Milano's out. That means Terrell Dotson, you got to step up. I know that Levi Wallace is out. That means Josh Norman, you need to step it up. You know, we bring in Deion Lacey again, right, to try to manage things at special teams and maybe that linebacker position if we need to. We bring him in. He needs to step it up. Next man up mentality. That's what the Buffalo Bills need to have here in order to walk out of Tennessee with the victory, okay? So those are some of my keys to victory. Titans defense is what you all need to watch, not the offense, says Alan Joseph. Again, Alan not making my mistakes, right? And the mistakes he's making have not cost this team as much as in the past. Only one interception this year, and we all know how shady that thing was. So you have to be excited about Josh Allen. I think he will. Daniel Scott Blakely. McD needs to have them focused. Yeah, and that's a good thing about this coaching staff, right? You talk about culture, mentality, and all those things. They do a good job having these guys prepared each week. And listen, like I said, I would fire this team up. I would fire this team up and say, listen, this team almost cost you a game check. If you can't play this game, you don't get paid for it. And the Buffalo Bills did nothing wrong. And yet they almost got cost a game check by this team. They almost got cost the season. Everyone's been wanting this season so bad, right? After a year where everything got delayed or canceled or whatever, we needed something, and we got it. And this team almost ruined it for us. This close. So maybe we should thank the NFL, right? When they rescheduled everything, what was it, yesterday or Sunday, right before the games, they rescheduled everything. There was like 7 different games that got rescheduled. I thought to myself, you know, if the NFL would have done this 3-4 days ago, I would have been happy with it. But the fact is they took forever coming up with a decision on what they were going to do. So they delayed some things, even if we knew that the Titans game was going to be played on Tuesday a week ago, right? Then we would know. And then we wouldn't be upset about it. Like the Bills had to be ready for 2 teams in 1 week because they scheduled for the Titans, but then they weren't sure if they'd have to play the Chiefs on Thursday. Remember, if this game got canceled, and this still holds true tomorrow, if this game gets canceled, then we play the Chiefs on Thursday night. How's that fair? It's not, but it's okay because we just want to make sure the Tennessee Titans have their fair shake. It's ridiculous. If the Bills don't win tomorrow, the refs cheated, it says Alan Joseph. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm excited about tomorrow. We should bring him up. Who's that? I don't know who we're all talking about. What happened to Christian Wade? Christian Wade should not be brought up. He shouldn't be. Do you know why? Because if he should have been, the Bills would have done it by now. And they're not. They TJ Yeldon last week. If Moss can't play, they'll have TJ Yeldon again this week. That's just the bottom line. You still have Talon Jones on special teams, so you can play running back as well. So you're not going to see Christian Wade. You're not going to see, maybe you'll see Duke Williams, right? We'll see what happens. But again, guys, thank you for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. Yeldon scares me. Hey, Yeldon was on the 47-man roster last week, didn't touch the ball once, so it's fine. But again, thank you guys for joining me, guys. We're more than halfway through the third quarter, still 20-10 in the Monday Night Football game. Again, if you're not watching this live and you're watching the rerun or the retake, whatever, leave a comment, like this video. Again, I see the Buffalo Bills beating the Titans, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer than we all want it to be. But thank you all for joining me. Join tomorrow for live play and reaction to this game as Buffalo Bills play the Tennessee Titans. I look forward to seeing you all then. Until I do, go Bills.